Hello, welcome to my channel. Today we start a chapter that is silent features of the constitution. In previous videos we are already completed historical backgrounds and making of the constitution. This is our chapter 3 of Lakshmikant series. Let's begin with this chapter. So we are adopting our constitution of India on 26 November 1945 49 sorry 1949. The framers of the constitution considered the best features of the constitutions of other countries while framing our constitution. So our constitution maker visiting 60 countries to make our constitution. So on they were not taking the exact print of their constitution, but taking the best ideas from their constitution and inserted in our constitution by some modification, by some amendment according to our terms and conditions. So they modified them to avoid weaknesses and adopt these features which best suited Indian condition and needs, as I already told you. However, many of the original features of the constitutions have since been modified by successive amendments. So even the original features of the constitution is modified by successive amendments. What does it means even after the enactment of the constitution, there are several features which are getting modified. The Indian constitution has the distinction of being the most and detailed. So our constitution explain each and every word with a clarification. So of course, by this practice it going to get detailed and a lengthy and a bulky constitution. And also because of several reasons, the vastness of the society, our India is not only following little bit of kind of diversity, but our India has a huge diversity, vast country, peculiar social, economic and political problems that it faces. So every section of the society facing some different kind of problems because of their distinct culture, religion, some what we call मतलब कि ऐसा हम कह सकते हैं, क्योंकि हर किसी के अलग अलग प्रैक्टिसेस, देयर बिलीफ, देयर फेथ्स ऑल आर डिफरेंट. सो देयर सोशो पॉलिटिकल इकोनॉमिक प्रॉब्लम्स आर डिफरेंट. For a proper understanding of Indian constitution, Indian state, and a proper understanding of Indian state and the polity, one should know and appreciate the silent feature of the constitution. So we should appreciate our features of our constitution. This chapter describes in detail the outstanding features of the Indian constitution, and we already discussed in this chapter what are that special features in our Indian constitution. First of all, before studying these features, you might also know what is the constitution. अगर हम किसी के फीचर्स पढ़ रहे हैं तो उसके वो है क्या एग्जैक्टली, उसके बारे में तो हमें पता होना चाहिए. Constitution is basically a rule book for a state. Okay, it sets out the fundamental principles by which the state is governed. It describes the various institutions of the state and defines the relationship between them. For example, between the executive, legislative, judiciary, every aspect means judiciary has a different function, legislative have a different function, judiciary has a different function, and all these functions are defined in our constitution. Their jurisdiction, their area of action, their boundaries, everything is written in our constitution. It sets the limits of the power of this institution and set out the rights and duties of its citizens. And not only these institutions, but the rights of a citizen, or even if you are studying further in this book, you get to know fundamental rights, TPSV, fundamental duties, work of Prime Minister, work of President, CM, Governor, law officer, advisory council, मतलब और election commission. In many ways in different institutions, their work, their response towards the citizens respond toward the state, everything is defined in the constitution. Purpose and function of the constitution is basic rules. A constitution provides a set of basic rules, allow the minimal coordination amongst the member of the society. So our constitution, if we don't have any rules and regulations, we don't have any constitution, then the people themselves start fighting. They do not obey any क्या बोलते हैं, मतलब वो ऐसा कुछ मानने को तैयार नहीं होंगे, एक दूसरे की बात मानने को तैयार नहीं होंगे, और काफ़ी ज़्यादा दंगे लड़ाई वड़ाई बढ़ जाएगी. तो कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन प्रोवाइड्स अस अ मिनिमल कोऑर्डिनेशन कि भाई आप इसके साथ ऐसा गलत नहीं कर सकते, आप उसके साथ ऐसा गलत नहीं कर सकते. यू कांट ब्रीच देयर प्राइवेसी एंड ऑल. ठीक है. कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन ऑफ गवर्नमेंट स्पेसिफाई who has the power to make decision in a society. So constitution of a government means who can decide the decision, who can make the policies, and who has the rights to declare any law. Everything is defined in the constitution. And also it decide how the constitution will be constituted. ठीक है. Limitation of the power of the government, it sets some limits, and also there is, because of arbitrary nature of East India Company, they exploited Indians a lot. That's why they provide a limitation on the government. Even the citizens itself, we have a liberty but have a reasonable restriction also. So it's provide limitations on the government so that they can never trespass that rules, that fundamental rights of a citizens. ठीक है. Aspiration also, the government has a responsibility to fulfill the aspiration of a society and create a condition for a just society. Okay. And fundamental identity, constitution also give a fundamental identity to the people. This means that people are collective identity, and being only through the basic constitution means we all just forgetting our personal identity just by your name, by your age, by your gender, by your caste, removing all this, we are Indians, this Indian, that we are Indians, this identity is given by our constitution. Now let us begin with the salient features of the Indian constitution. The size of the constitution, which is, of course, it's lengthy constitution, because it has a comprehensive document, include many matters which you could legitimately be a subject matter of ordinary legislature or administrative action. So our constitution is not like just ऊपर से बता देने वाली चीज़, but it defined every aspect of our society and cover a huge subjects of matter, even the ordinary legislation, how an ordinary legislation work, on which matter an ordinary legislation, and even the administrative action, how the government will work, how the legislative, how the executive, how the judiciary. The administrative are also written in the constitution. Also, the constitution maker did not want to leave the certain matters to doubt, difficult, controversy handled by the future legislation. So avoiding this doubt and controversies, difficulties, so the Constituent Assembly defines each and every clause of the constitution. Unlike the USA, where in addition of federal constitution, each state has its own. In the USA, what happened is the states of the USA, that is United States of America, the whole state has their own, every state in the USA has their own constitution, has their own legal identity, प्लस दी आइडेंटिटी ऑफ अमेरिकन. तो उधर दो आइडेंटिटी होती है, दो कॉन्स्टिट्यूशंस होते हैं, एक उनके खुद का स्टेट का होता है प्लस एक पूरे कंट्री का होता है. बट इंडिया के अंदर क्या है, देयर इज़ नथिंग सेपरेट. कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन स्टेट का भी वही है, सेंटर का भी वही है, तो इस वजह से भी क्या होता है, उसका साइज़ काफ़ी ज़्यादा बल्कि है. Our constitution contain a comprehensive character of fundamental rights along with the certain limitations under which these rights operate. So our constitution also consists of fundamental rights, TPSP, and many more things which is in the favor of citizens, and also the provision which is in the favor of the government and their limitations and how they operate. Everything is written in our constitution. Originally, 19. Can you see this, guys? Originally 1949, the constitution contained a preamble, 395 articles, 22 parts, and now we have more than 448 articles divided into 25 parts and 12 schedules. There are various features which are borrowed from the other countries' constitutions. So what are these? Let us discuss. The Indian constitution are inspired by the other constitution of the world. However, our constitution make a modified, what I am saying is modifying such features which is suited the need of the society. From the GOI Act of 1935, federal scheme means there is a division of power, decentralization, officer of the governor, judiciary, public service commission, emergency provision, and administrative details. All these are come under the GOI Act of 1935, from which we are borrowed. From the USA we are borrowed written constitution, impeachment of the president, functions of the president, vice president, removal of Supreme Court and High Court judges, fundamental right, judicial review, independence of judiciary, and the preamble of the constitution. Many more things we are adopting from the USA. And from the UK we are adopting nominal head, that is our president, bicameral parliament, more powerful lower house, council of ministers responsible for lower house, speaker in the Lok Sabha, cabinet system of minister, post of prime minister, and parliamentary form of government. These all are adopted from the UK constitution. And from USSR, now it is called the Russia, fundamental duties and 5-year plan. And from Australia, the concurrent list, language of the preamble, joint sitting of the two houses of the parliament, and free of trade and commerce. Germany, suspension of fundamental rights during the emergency. It is important during the emergency. ठीक है, जब सस्पेंड करना होता है इमरजेंसी के टाइम पे, वो हमने जर्मनी से अडॉप्ट किया है. बट द फंडामेंटल राइट इटसेल्फ कॉन्सेप्ट इज अडॉप्टेड फ्रॉम द USA. दिस वन, ठीक है. Okay, Canada, centrifugal form of federalism where the center is stronger than the state. Somewhere is a unitary system. Okay. Residuary power which is vested with the center. Center appoints the governor at the states. Advisory jurisdiction of the Supreme Court. Ireland. And from Ireland, the concept of TPSP's method of election of president, members, nomination of the Rajya Sabha by the president. French Revolution has also impacted our constitution. Can you say this? Which revolution impacts you the most? You never know. Nevertheless, the concept of republic, liberty, equality, fraternity, जिस पे पूरा रेजोल्यूशन बेस्ड था, वो काफ़ी ज़्यादा इंस्पायर किया हमारे कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंट असेंबली के लोगों को. साउथ अमेरिका, इलेक्शन ऑफ मेंबर्स ऑफ राज्यसभा और अमेंडमेंट ऑफ द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन. And the feature, the third feature of our constitution is blend of rigidity and flexibility. Our constitution is blending of rigidity and flexibility. Dynamic document, it should suit the needs according to the needs and circumstances of the people. Our constitution get evolved like that. For example, sometimes impact of new powerful social economic forces of a pattern of a government will require major changes. If a constitution is very rigid and stand as a stumbling block of such desirable changes, it may under extreme pressure be destroyed. So basically what happens is, sometimes some amendments need to be done at the extreme level. So if our constitution is rigid, then it cannot be operated. But if our constitution is flexible, then we can easily adopt the changes or our needs of our society in the constitution. Constitution can be classified into rigid and flexible. The most well-known example of rigid constitution is the US constitution is very rigid. Even you can change any amendment or need any amendment, you need to be a special procedure, which is more difficult than the normal law making process in the our USA. On the other hand, constitution is flexible, means amendment manner is as simple as ordinary law, just like the British constitution, where the parliament can amend any part of the constitution very easily. Our Indian constitution is not that much too rigid or not that much too flexible, but synthesis of both. Certain, if we want some changes and which impact a lot even on the federal structure, then we need a special majority for amending that constitution, for amending that clause या फिर that article of the constitution. But we need just doing a simple amendment or just incorporated something which is not that much impacted, then we need only just simple majority for implementing that legislative process or that amendment. Types of constitution, we have a codified constitution and uncodified constitution. Basically, codified constitution is where we written down everything with a systematic manners. इन शॉर्ट कोडिफाइड क्या होता है, जो कि लगभग हर कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन है. कोडिफाइड यानी कि हम लिख देते हैं सब चीज़ों को, वो एक बहुत ज़्यादा क्लियरली और एक स्पेसिफिक डॉक्यूमेंट बना देते हैं. अनकोडिफाइड ऐसा हो जाता है जिसमें हम चीज़ों को लिखते नहीं, मतलब लिखते तो हैं पर उनको ऐसा एक सिस्टमेटिक मैनर में नहीं लिखते, ठीक है, बस रैंडमली. एग्जाम्पल दैट इज़ इजराइल कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन, न्यूजीलैंड कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन, यूके कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन. And our fourth feature of the constitution, which is parliamentary form of government. What is this? India is a republic with a president as it has. So you all know our nominal head is president, on whose name, मतलब president's name, all the executive functions are performed. President is also supreme commander of the armed forces. Indian constitution establishes a parliamentary system of government both at the center and the state level. The parliamentary system is based on the principle of coordination and cooperation between legislative and executive organs. So it is all about the features of the parliamentary form of government. The features of the parliamentary government in India are, and this is the features of parliamentary form of government. Now the features which we adopted as the parliamentary form of government is, we have a nominal and a real executive, we have a majority party rule, okay, and collective responsibility. Government is actually responsible to the legislature, parliament. Basically parliament, the members of the parliament is appointed as the government. समझिए, जो पार्लियामेंट में लोग होते हैं उन्हीं में से तो गवर्नमेंट ये में जो लोग होते हैं वो निकल के आते हैं. So by there the government is responsible to the parliament. Members of the ministers in the legislature. So membership of the ministers in the legislature, यानी कि जो भी पार्लियामेंट में लोग होता है उसकी मेंबरशिप होती है वहाँ पे, यानी कि वो MP होता है, MLA होता है. लीडरशिप, हाँ, जो चीफ मिनिस्टर होता है और प्राइम मिनिस्टर होता है, मतलब होते हैं, ये उसका फीचर है. एंड डिसोल्यूशन ऑफ लोअर हाउस इफ पास नो कॉन्फिडेंस मोशन. India follows the British parliamentary form of government. However, there are some basic differences between the Indian and British parliamentary form of government. And what are the differences? UK is largely unitary, while ours is largely federal. The UK is somewhere as bends toward the centralization of power, and we are somewhere is a federal form of government. but at some times we are converted our constitution into a मतलब our parliament into a unitary system जब इमरजेंसी का टाइम आता है तब. Also the UK follow the system of monarchy and we मतलब उनके क्या होता है हेरिडिटरी किंग और क्वीन होते हैं और हमारे क्या होता है रिपब्लिक होते हैं जो कि इलेक्ट होके आते हैं बाय द पीपल. और जो ब्रिटिश हैज़ अ रिटन कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन एंड आवर पार्लियामेंट. ओके हाँ, जो ब्रिटिश पार्लियामेंट होती है दैट इज़ अ सोवरेन बॉडी और हमारे जो होता है वहाँ पे जो पार्लियामेंट है दैट इज़ नॉट अ सोवरेन बॉडी. ड्यू टू दी प्रोमिनेंस ऑफ प्राइम मिनिस्टर इन पार्लियामेंट्री सिस्टम. हाँ, क्योंकि इसमें क्या होता है जो प्रेसिडेंट है वो काफ़ी ज़्यादा सुप्रीम और काफ़ी ज़्यादा उनकी इंपॉर्टेंस रहती है. दैट्स वाई वी आल्सो कॉल प्राइम मिनिस्टर गवर्नमेंट. अदर्स नेम ऑफ पार्लियामेंट्री फॉर्म ऑफ गवर्नमेंट इज प्राइम मिनिस्टर गवर्नमेंट, वेस्टमिनिस्टर मॉडल ऑफ गवर्नमेंट, रिस्पॉन्सिबल गवर्नमेंट, कैबिनेट गवर्नमेंट. देयर आर डिफरेंट नेम्स. फिफ्थ feature is parliamentary sovereignty and supremacy. In India we have a written constitution and power and the function of every organs are defined and delimited by the constitution, and there is a no question of any organ being sovereign. Means there is no scope of being doing independent work or arbitrary work. There is a balance, there is a check and balance system in our constitution in our India for every organ of the society or every organ of legislature. The documentary of parliamentary sovereignty is associated with the British Parliament, while the principle of judicial supremacy with that of American Supreme Court. So the doctrine of parliamentary sovereignty comes from the British Parliament, and the supremacy of judiciary comes from the American Constitution. मतलब वहाँ पे जुडिशरी ज़्यादा पावरफुल होती है, ब्रिटेन में पार्लियामेंट ज़्यादा पावरफुल होती है. इन इंडिया में क्या होता है, हाँ दिख रहा है. In India, constitution has arrived at a middle course and compromise between the British sovereignty or parliament and America. मतलब हाँ, our constitution is something compromise of sovereignty of parliament and judicial supremacy. We govern by the rule of law, and judicial review of administrative action is an essential part of rule of law. So we have a mixture of both. Means we have a judicial review power where if a legislature making a law which is against the violation of constitution, it shall be declared null and void. And also we have the rule of law. Means ki if we find like Supreme Court is doing something wrong, then we have a legislature and executive which can be intervene in that situation and handle it. ठीक है, तो we don't have any supremacy of any of the institution. Every institution has a equal power. They are on the equal foot and having a check and balance system. Both Parliament and the Supreme Court are supreme in their respective spheres. ठीक है. Supreme Court may declare a law passed by the Parliament ultra-vires a violation of Constitution. Parliament may, with certain restrictions, amend most part of the Constitution. So even though if judiciary declares something wrong, if Parliament declare something wrong or violates the fundamental rights or any basic structure of the Constitution, the judiciary declares it's null and void. And the fun fact is that what is the basic structure of the Constitution is itself defined by the judiciary in different circumstances. Now our next feature, now because I forget the number of this silent features, that's why I am telling the next feature. Okay, so our next feature is fundamental rights, which is important features. Let us read it. If you can see this is my tripod stand. Okay. So, fundamental rights is our next silent features. The section of the fundamental rights is being referred to as a conscience of Indian Constitution. Means it is some conscience is means अवेयर, मतलब उसका हिंदी एग्जैक्ट तो मुझे नहीं पता, बट हाँ ऐसे कुछ है. Colonial rule has created a certain suspicion of the state in the mind of the nationalists, and they wanted to ensure that a set of written rights would grant against the misuse of state power in independent India. So with the huge colonial history we get to know कि भैया स्टेट को ज़्यादा पावर नहीं देनी है. So somewhere we have एन आइडिया कि हमें कुछ ऐसा अपने कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन में रखना पड़ेगा जो सिटीजन्स की डिग्निटी को रिस्पेक्ट कर सके, क्योंकि हमारे कॉलोनियल टाइम में सबसे ज़्यादा उन्हीं की डिग्निटी गई है, कह सकते हैं. फंडामेंटल राइट्स प्रोटेक्ट सिटीजन्स अगेंस्ट द आर्बिट्री एंड एब्सोल्यूट एक्सरसाइज ऑफ पावर और बाय द स्टेट, क्योंकि हम जब स्टेट को ज़्यादा पावर देते हैं वो ज़्यादा भोंकला जाता है. वी रीड दिस, वी कैन अंडरस्टैंड this situation during the colonial period, so that's why the constitution makers gave this rights, that is fundamental rights for every citizens against the arbitrary and absolute exercise of the state of the मतलब exercise of power by the state. The constitution grants guarantees the rights of individual against the state as well as against other individual as well. Fundamental right contain part 3rd of the constitution ensure political democracy in the country. We have a 6 fundamental right to equality, freedom, exploitation, freedom of religion, cultural and educational right, and right to constitutional remedies. And these we are studying all these rights in upcoming videos. These rights in the limitation, this is the power for the citizen to react against the arbitrary and absolute exercise of power by the state. They are unenforceable by the court. These are, a person can directly go to the Supreme Court in case violation of their fundamental rights. And our next important feature is the DPSPs. And what are they? DPSP, in addition on fundamental rights, the constitution has the section of called directive principle of state policy. ये जो डिज़ाइन किया था कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंट असेंबली द्वारा, ये इसलिए डिज़ाइन किया था ताकि हम ग्रेटर सोशल इकोनॉमिक रिफॉर्म्स ला सके सोसाइटी के अंदर बाय गाइडिंग इंडियन स्टेट, यानी कि जो स्टेट्स हैं उनको हम ये गाइड कर सकें, और वो जो गाइडेंस जो हम देंगे उनको DPSP के द्वारा वो अपने लॉ मेकिंग के प्रोसेस में, पॉलिसी में उसको अपने दिमाग में लाएं. But the simple means is that whenever a state making any law and a policy for welfare of the state, they must consider that DPSP, but this is not the binding. It might be the क्या बोलते हैं, उनकी मर्जी है, मतलब अगर वो चाहे तो करें, ना चाहे तो ना करें. इट कैन बी इन्फोर्सेबल इन एनी कोर्ट ऑफ लॉ. And what are these? They are reducing poverty. DPSP inspired from the Irish Constitution. DPSP is not enforceable in the court of law. Expected to guide the governance, मतलब बेसिकली गवर्नेंस करने में काम आता है कि स्टेट यार जब तुम लॉ वगैरह बनाओ या फिर कोई भी ऐसी पॉलिसी बनाओ तो आप इन DPSP को अपने मद्देनज़र रख सकते हैं, अपने ध्यान में रख के इनको बना सकते हैं. नाउ एक मिनट. So our next another features is fundamental duties, which is inserted in the article 51 का 8 part 4A of the constitution. Mention 11 fundamental duties of every citizens of the society. duties did not features in the original constitution. It is basically amended the constitution by the 42nd Constitution Amendment Act of 1976. It is also given by the Swaraj Singh Committee, inspired from the USSR. Fundamental is the basically moral obligation of every citizen of the India. It is not justiciable, means not enforceable by court in case of violation. ठीक है. Secular state. The preamble of the Indian Constitution says that India is a secular country, means India does not follow any religion. Any religion मतलब any religion as their official religion or a state religion. Sorry guys. The term secularism is also added by the 42nd Amendment Act of 1976. The government must be impartial towards all, means government must be equal for all the religion. There is no state religion. Government guarantees freedom of faith and worship to all the citizens. It might be of any religion. The type of secularism adopted is in a positive sense, means a state is not completely different, or there is not a complete separation between the religion and the state. If we see any case of violation, state can intervene towards the religion matter, but by बट इसके अलावा मतलब क्या होता है, अगर कि स्टेट के अंदर रिलीजन को लेकर लड़ाई हो रही है, किसी भी टॉपिक पे रिलीजन को लेकर लड़ाई हो रही है, तो स्टेट इंटरवेन कर सकता है, अदरवाइज स्टेट इंटरवेन नहीं करेगा रिलीजियस मैटर पे. हाँ, सेकुलर स्टेट है, ये हमें किस से पता चलता है? आर्टिकल 14 से पता चलता है, जिसमें इक्वलिटी बिफोर लॉ है. 15 से यही पता चल रहा है, नो वन कैन बी डिस्क्रिमिनेटेड ऑन द ग्राउंड ऑफ रिलीजन, ऑफ कोर्स अदर ग्राउंड्स एज वेल. आर्टिकल 16 है, इक्वल अपॉर्चुनिटी इन पब्लिक एम्प्लॉयमेंट. आर्टिकल 25 इज फ्रीडम ऑफ कॉन्साइंस एंड राइट टू फ्रीली प्रोसेस, प्रैक्टिस, प्रोपगेट their religion. Article 26 manage religious affairs. 27 payment of taxes for promotion of any religion. And 28 no religious instructions in state run educational institutions. 29 conserve language, script and culture. 30 minorities to establish their administrative institution. And 44 uniform civil code. Citizenship is another feature of our constitution. Indian constitution provide for a single citizenship, means all the citizen of India has their only one ethnicity or nationality, that is they are Indians. Article 5 to 11 Part 2 of the Constitution deals with the Nationality and Citizenship Act of 1955, which deals with the citizenship. Individuals have single national identity, thus they enjoy the same rights and privileges regardless where they live. Means every citizen of the India has the same privilege as the others. Exceptions are there like reservation and all, but every citizen has their only one single identity, that is they are Indians. Independent judiciary. The Constitution of India established independent judiciary, यानी कि power of judicial review. We have a power of a judicial review where, ये मेरा कैमरा कुछ ज़्यादा दूर हो गया, इधर आ जाओ. अब दिख रहा है. Judicial review, where the Supreme Court and the High Court form a single integrated judiciary system with jurisdiction over all law, means they can jurisdiction has their must both have their same jurisdiction over all law, but in some cases Supreme Court is higher than the High Court. Of course they are integrated judicial structure, तो ऐसा तो होना ही है. Unlike the US, we do not have a separate federal and state court system. ठीक है, हमारे पास सेपरेट कोई फेडरल और स्टेट कोर्ट सिस्टम नहीं है, हमारे पास एक ही है. Entire judiciary is one hierarchy of a court. The decision given by the Supreme Court stand a final law of land. इसके ऊपर अगर किसी को मृत्यु दंड मिलता है तो वो बस प्रेसिडेंट के पास जा सकता है, वरना जो सुप्रीम कोर्ट के डिसीजन है दैट इज़ द फाइनल. फंक्शंस एज द आर्बिटर ऑफ एनी डिस्प्यूट रिगार्ड टू जुरिडिक्शन. कोई भी डिस्प्यूट होता है किसके इसके बीच में, पावर डिवीज़न के बीच में, डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन के बीच में, स्टेट के बीच में, स्टेट सेंटर के बीच में, तो उसका जो लास्ट कॉल होता है वो किसका होता है, जुडिशरी का होता है. जुडिशरी को इतनी इंडिपेंडेंस क्यों दी जाती है, और मतलब कैसे इंश्योर की जाएगी, क्योंकि ऐसा भी हो सकता है कि कल को अगर उनको इंडिपेंडेंस ना दी जाए तो वो तो कोई उनको मारने की धमकी दे दे, कोई उनको घूस खिला दे, तो ये सब नहीं कर सकती जुडिशरी, क्योंकि हमने उनको सिक्योरिटी ऑफ टेन्योर मतलब सिक्योरिटी दे रखी है इंडिपेंडेंट होने की. जैसे कि सिक्योरिटी ऑफ द टेन्योर, फिक्स्ड सर्विस कंडीशंस, एक्सपेंसेस जो हैं सुप्रीम कोर्ट के वो चार्ज किए जाते हैं कंसोलिडेटेड फंड ऑफ इंडिया से. रिटायरमेंट के बाद दे कांट प्रैक्टिस एनीथिंग, कंटेम्प्ट ऑफ सिविल कोर्ट प्रोविजन एंड सेपरेशन ऑफ जुडिशरी फ्रॉम द एग्जीक्यूटिव. अब क्या है स्पेशल प्रोविजंस रिलेटेड टू सर्टेन क्लासेस, यानी कि किन्हीं किन्हीं क्लासेस को स्पेशल प्रोविजंस दे रखे हैं. फॉर द क्यों दे रखे हैं, फॉर द डेवलपमेंट ऑफ सोशली डिसएडवांटेज ग्रुप ऑफ द सोसाइटी. मतलब देयर आर लॉट्स ऑफ सेक्शन ऑफ आवर सोसाइटी which are disadvantaged, which cannot get equal opportunity because they are poor, they are undeveloped. That's why we are giving special provisions in terms as reservation. Part 10-14 of the constitution deals with the provisions. आर्टिकल 330 से 342 के बीच में ये सब प्रोविजंस आते हैं रिजर्वेशन देने के, किसको, SC/STs को, and claims of ST/ST services and post special officer SC/ST कमीशन वगैरह वगैरह. मतलब कि रिजर्वेशन के प्रोविजंस भी हैं हमारे फीचर्स में, जो कि एक अच्छे फीचर है हमारे कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन का. नाउ यूनिवर्सल अडल्ट फ्रेंचाइजी. All adult citizens above the age of 18 cast their vote. They have the voting right. Article 326 of the Constitution protects the right of individual right to universal adult suffrage. डॉक्टर अम्बेडकर जी ने कहा था कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंट असेंबली में दैट बाय पार्लियामेंट्री डेमोक्रेसी वी मीन्स वन मैन वन वोट. मतलब उनने ये नारा दिया था वन मैन वन वोट का. ये ज़रूरी भी है. वास्ट पॉवर्टी है हमारे देश में, इलिटरेसी बहुत ज़्यादा है इंडियन पॉपुलेशन के अंदर, तो ये चीज़ ज़रूरी है. इवन द एडवांटेज डेमोक्रेसी ऑफ वेस्टर्न वर्ल्ड टुक ईयर्स टू प्रोवाइड यूनिवर्सल अडल्ट सफरेज. यानी कि जो काफ़ी ज़्यादा पढ़े लिखे देश भी थे उनके पास भी यूनिवर्सल अडल्ट सफरेज का प्रोविज़न नहीं था, उन्हें काफ़ी टाइम बाद अडॉप्ट किया है. Basically, by the 61st Constitutional Amendment Act of 1988, we reduced the age of 18 years from the 21 years. Bulwark of democratic system, basically a defensive wall of democratic system. Established Indian Constitution are not the part of the government, both federal or state. तो Indian Constitution वो किसी भी गवर्नमेंट का पार्ट नहीं है. How is Election Commission of India, which ensures free and fair election of Indian Parliament, state legislature, office of President and Vice President. We have a CAG, which is Comptroller and Auditor General, which is which examines the central and state government's financial records, all the financial records. He serve as a watchdog of government spendings, how where the government spendings goes, आने वाले जो भी प्रोग्राम्स है उस पे कितना खर्चा होने वाला है, एवरीथिंग इज मेंटेन बाय हर ऑन द बोथ लेवल, सेंटर एंड द स्टेट. वी हैव अ यूनिवर्सल, क्या बोल रही हूँ मैं, यूपीएससी, दैट इज यूनियन पब्लिक सर्विस कमीशन, विच कंडक्ट ऑल इंडिया सर्विसेज एग्ज़ाम, जो कि एक हाई सेंट्रल सर्विस एग्ज़ाम, ठीक है, जो कि एडवाइस बाय द प्रेसिडेंट. इन एवरी स्टेट, हमारे पास हर एक स्टेट में स्टेट पब्लिक सर्विस कमीशन है, जो कि स्टेट के जो रिक्वायरमेंट होते हैं, एग्ज़ाम्स होते हैं, वो ये क्या करते हैं, कंडक्ट करते हैं. मैनी कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल सेफगार्ड सच एज सिक्योरिटी, टेन्योर, डिफेंस, डिफाइंड सर्विस कंडीशंस, एक्सपेंसेस, चार्ज ऑफ फ्रॉम CFI और अश्योर द बॉडीज़ इंडिपेंडेंस. तो ये सब हमने प्रोविज़न दे रखे हैं ताकि ये बॉडी इंडिपेंडेंटली काम कर सके और किसी के दबाव में ना आए. And now we have a 3-tier of system, which is originally our constitution provided for dual polity system. What does it mean? एक मिनट, मैं let me fix my camera. हाँ. So our constitution provide dual polity system which was similar to another federal constitution of the world. मतलब we had a 3-tier of government. First is the central level, second is the state level, third is the local level, which is municipal and panchayats, which is inserted by the 73rd and 74th of the Constitution Amendment Act in 1992. It is not originally not in our constitution, that's why we amended now. Now next feature is emergency provisions. Can you see it? Okay. Part 10th, 4th, 18th. Part 18th, Article 352 से 360 of the Indian Constitution contains specifies on the country emergency provision. It incorporated why they are in the Indian Constitution because it ensures the state sovereignty, unity, integrity, security of a state. State, it doesn't means the UP, Maharashtra. State means overall India. The federal government assumes total control over the state in a national emergency without the necessity for a formal constitutional modification. It transfer the federal system. When emergency is lagu in our country, our federal government is converted into a unitary form of government. That is very unique feature. We have a 3 emergencies, guys. First is national emergency. During the war or external aggression, we imposes national emergency, which is under Article 352, जो की लगी है एक बार. State emergency is failure when any state constitutional machineries get failed. Then we impose a president rule, which is called state emergency, which is under Article 356, which is imposed also. ये तो काफ़ी बार इम्पोज हो चुकी है. इधर एग्जाम्पल दिया है एक बार का, कश्मीर में हुई थी 2019 में. Then we have a financial emergency in case India has a Great Depression. They impose a financial emergency, which is the Article 360. एंड भगवान की दया से हम इतने ज़्यादा गरीब अभी तक हुए नहीं हैं. नाउ कोऑपरेटिव सोसाइटी, ये भी हमारे कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन के अंदर एक अच्छा प्रोविज़न है, विच इज़ 97th कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल अमेंडमेंट एक्ट 2011 में लाया गया था, विच रिकोगनाइज एंड प्रोटेक्शन ऑफ कोऑपरेटिव सोसाइटी लाइक NGOs वगैरह जो होते हैं ये. और एक न्यू DPSP भी ऐड किया था इनके लिए, जो कि था आर्टिकल 43 का B, विच प्रमोट कोऑपरेटिव सोसाइटी. और एक पार्ट भी ऐड किया था, दैट इज़ 9th B, विच इज़ कोऑपरेटिव सोसाइटी. अब हम बात करते हैं सीधी सी क्रिटिसिज्म पे। अब जिसकी इतनी ज़्यादा तारीफ हो चुकी है तो उसका क्रिटिसिज्म तो होना बनता ही है। बॉर्डर्ड कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन, ऐसा कहा जाता है कि जो इंडियन कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन दैट वाज द बॉर्डर्ड कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन बिकॉज इट borrowed from various countries. It is around 60 countries from where we borrowed the features of our constitution. बट ऐसा नहीं है कि नहीं? सेकेंड इज कार्बन कॉपी ऑफ 1935 एक्ट। तो ऐसा भी नहीं है क्योंकि वी आर गेटिंग मोर प्रोविजंस फ्रॉम दिस एक्ट, बट इट डजेंट मीन्स कि हमने उसको एग्जैक्टली उतार लिया। वी कैन डू सम, इवन जो हमने कुछ मतलब इसमें से जो वो लिए हैं प्रोविजंस लिए हैं, दे आर अमेंडेड, दे आर मॉडिफाई अकॉर्डिंग टू आवर सोसाइटी टर्म्स एंड कंडीशन। वी कैन नॉट गेट एग्जैक्ट कॉपी, कार्बन कॉपी ऑफ GOI एक्ट ऑफ 1935। अन इंडियन, ये क्या होता है? अकॉर्डिंग टू सम क्रिटिक, इंडियन कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन इज अन इंडियन बिकॉज इट डज नॉट फॉलो इट्स पॉलिटिकल ट्रेडिशन और स्पिरिट। इसमें क्या, अ मेंबर ऑफ द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन असेंबली के he wanted to hear the music of veena or sitar, but here we have music of English band। अच्छा जी, इनको वीणा और सितार सुनना था पर इनको इंग्लिश बैंड में लिया। कटाक्ष में कह रहे, कटाक्ष में। A member of the Constituent Assembly also committed the ideals of which this constitution is based have no clear connection of fundamental spirit of India। ओके, मतलब कि जो ज़्यादातर प्रोविजंस है या फिर जो स्पिरिट है वो कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन की, वो इंडियन इनको लग नहीं रही है। ठीक है, वास्ट साइज़ है भाई, वो तो है ही है यार, वास्ट साइज़ वाला तो मैं तुम्हें पहले बता दिया। पैराडाइज ऑफ लॉयर्स, क्या है कि कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंट असेंबली में काफ़ी ज़्यादा लॉयर्स थे, काफ़ी ज़्यादा पॉलिटिशियन थे। इस वजह से कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन की जो लैंग्वेज है वो काफ़ी ज़्यादा बल्कि भी है, और कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन के अंदर जो लैंग्वेज है काफ़ी ज़्यादा लीगल है, काफ़ी ज़्यादा हार्ड है, नॉर्मल इंसान तो उसे पढ़ ही नहीं सकता। बहरहाल ये सब है क्रिटिसिज्म। एंड नाउ दिस इज़ द कंपैरिजन ऑफ इंडियन कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन विद अदर कंट्रीज़। ये तुम खुद पढ़ लेना। एंड देयर इज़ पार्ट्स ऑफ द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन, ये तो खुद ही से पढ़ने की चीज़ है क्योंकि ऐसे याद नहीं करनी होती है। ठीक है, इधर पार्ट्स के बारे में दे रखा है, एंड देन हाँ शेड्यूल के बारे में दे रखा है जो कि इंपॉर्टेंट है, वो मैं इस वीडियो में तुम्हें वैसे भी नहीं कराने वाली हूँ। सो इस वीडियो में इतना ही गाइस। थैंक यू फॉर वॉचिंग माई वीडियो एंड ऑल्सो कमेंट हाउ इज़ दिस वीडियो, हाउ यू फील अबाउट दिस वीडियो। थैंक यू गाइस, थैंक यू फॉर वॉचिंग दिस वीडियो।